Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of live streaming nothing to no one. Oh, oh, my kitty cat's got a hairball. Poor thing. Okay, Pumpkin. Hmm, I'll have to get that checked out. Okay, let's get this stuff set up here. Pumpkin, you okay? And now I feel bad because I just kicked her off the dang table. Poor Pumpkin. She's definitely not. That didn't sound like it felt too good. All right, so what should we draw today? Okay, first let's get a good brush going. Man, I really like having the other stuff pop up, but I like don't see any chat or anything. Do you have to be logged into YouTube to see that, I wonder? He said, "Good luck competing in a saturated, oversaturated market." Ha 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 ha. Whatever. I don't need anybody to do this. Right, Ivy? See, I don't need anyone to do this. I enjoy this just on my own. So, oh, well, I think if I wanted like a product like an animation or something, I would probably use an AI if it takes like a lot of work. More than like what we're meant to be able to do with just our hands. If it'll just release. Okay. What if we do some music? Hi, honey. Hi, honey. What's she doing? My sweet girlfriend. Alright, I'll go over to my subscriptions and then we'll see. Yeah, dude, she's live. She's live. She's live. Okay. What to draw today? I don't know. I drew Ivy last time. She makes me happy, but What's been on my mind? I think the thing that I really like about art is that a lot of it is just transferring um, what's in your brain to what's on the paper, you know? You draw a little brain. And then, because like there's these two sections to the brain, right? They're all curvy and stuff. And then there's this middle section that's kind of got this smooth sort of muscle. The brain's a muscle, right? Or is it just an organ? I'll have to look up the definition between organs and muscles. And I don't know. I think everything just funnels down into this weird tube shape thing. Not quite sure how to describe it. I guess today we're gonna draw brains. Oh my gosh, organ bit. Okay. Let's see. Anyway, images of brains. Brain shape. Oh. Oh, I guess that is the brain texture, isn't it? Um, that's not what I'm looking for though. Brain drawing easy. Sure, you got a tutorial for me to follow? Sure, okay. Let's draw this brain. I need to break this up into shapes though because it just kind of looks like one big swirling mass, and I guess that's the confusing part about brains. It's kind of why they're not. I'm not sure if I'd say they're easy to draw. They're a little complicated looking. I honestly am not a huge fan of this tube-like structure. Like it kind of looks like it's just a wrinkly tube that wraps around itself. And this tube-like structure is not my preferred form in nature. Hi, honey. What are you doing? She's sitting somewhere she can't fit. Well, you can't fit there. Yeah, we all know you're too fat to fit on my chair. Okay. I'm gonna pull it up, make sure it goes up like that. Whee! And then do 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I wonder what this structure is. Is it the hypothalamus? I don't know. This is not going so well. But you know what? It's okay. Like I said, we're cold. Cold as it gets when it comes to drawing. I've not drawn all week. Gosh darn it. Why not? You've had the time. There's literally zero excuses. But you know what? It's okay. Art will always wait for me to come back. I've only had one point in my life where I was like, I remember when I stopped drawing a whole lot. Wow, this looks like garbage. um, my boyfriend at the time was not very happy about it. Because he was, like, babe. You don't draw as much anymore. You remember him, right? Hmm? You remember him. And I told him that it was okay to let go of something that doesn't make me happy. What are you doing? Oh, I feel like this one's pretty good. Let's try this brain. I guess today's video is drawing brains until I get it. Until I fucking get it, because what is that? What is that? What? I mean, I think that if you were just looking at it, I feel like you could say, yeah, that's a brain. That's a brain. Okay, well, let's try this one. This is definitely a skill that I'm going to have to manicure. Being able to talk and draw at the same time. Honestly, I've never really liked talking and drawing at the same time. Um, I just I just really want some form of community. Yeah. Are you gonna make me take care of you again? I'm actually talking, and so that is why my cat has decided that it is time now. Yeah, it's time now, huh? Now is the time to do this. Wee wee wee. Okay, and I just like can I cheese it with the texture, I wonder? Um oh, she left. She got off my chair. Where is it? I know it's in here. Oh, maybe this section? No. 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 Abstract was a good guess, though. Aha! Tessellated. Mmm. That's a brain. Make the pattern bigger. Will it? No. If I just go boop. What if I just, oops. Oopsies. Select the shape. We're gonna be real rough with it. And then we give it a huh. Ah, dang it. I am using a free trial version, but I'm poor and I can't afford the full version right now. They say, it's okay, it's okay. I swear to God, if I hear someone else say it's okay one more time, we're going to die. Let's see. Nope. I don't know. I don't want to know where I spent my Cash App card in June. Now, is that too much information? Probably. Someone can probably use that information to destroy my life. Okay, this one looks really good. It's even got the... What? They're all from this side angle of the brain. Okay. So let's do it like how... Let's do it like this. Get a blue. Like a this blue. Sure. And we're going to... like color... kind of block in the shape first before we try to go in there with the detail. How about that? Might help. Okay. Let's make it red for this back part. And then we'll get a green to do the temporal lobe. Oops. Uh, yeah, because, okay. So it kind of, the frontal lobe hangs out in front a little bit. The temporal lobe is almost squared. And then our occipital lobe, we're not going to make that yellow. We'll make it like orange. I guess we'll kind of get it close as we can. And this is just a little whoop, whoop. So I kind of want these clear definitions of these sections. We don't really need much help with this bottom part. I think we've got the cerebellum. We've got the cerebellum down pat. And this is the medulla oblongata. Okay. The medulla and the pons. Okay. So now, let's do this. We'll start with the cerebellum since that one's the easiest. It's like the most different part of the brain is the cerebellum. At least from the perspective I have right now in drawing. I'm sure that's someone can discredit that. Then again, someone can always discredit what you say. I'm not very good with my words. It's very easy to do that to me, unfortunately. Okay. And then, whee! There's one bump right here. Two. There's one large bump. And then it fades off here. The way they have it, these are the darkest corners. Oh, there's 2 layers. Okay, well, okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. And it should actually... like that? Yeah, it comes out. Okay, okay, okay. We've got our... Just put it right there. Temporal. Nope. Lobe. Cha-ching! And then we'll do this one right here. This is the cerebellum. And then the medulla. Oblongata. I'll put that one right there. Ba-doo. Okay. 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 And then let's do the occipitable occipital lobe. Is that the lobe that controls your vision? Or like, interprets the input from your eyeballs? Okay. Choo-choo. And this should also kind of hang out a little bit. Sweet. We did it. That's... Alright, now we can write it. O C C. Fix that C. Occipital lobe. Do. We're gonna have to fix that. It's not straight. Okay, that is better. Fix the medulla. The temporal lobe. Give it a little fix. Cerebellum. Give it a little fix. And there we go. Okay. Okay. Let's continue this brain down here. We're going to go next to the perineal lobe. It looks like there's this pretty obvious line right here. Well, as obvious as it can get for a brain. As far as like dividing these segments, because like without the color coding, it is nearly impossible. Okay. And then there's a little wiggly bit that goes off back here. Oh, okay. Incorrect. This one dips into this crack, and then this one dips into this crack. Oh, that's not good, though. It can't be. I think that you would have something going on if your brain was shaped like that. Okay. Take two. Yeah, like this. It's kind of a long shot, but no. Hmm. And then there's this weird shape right here. Oh, it's part of. Oh no, it's right here. And then. I wonder if these squiggles have any relevance or not. Like, are the squiggles kind of similar on all brains? Because it doesn't look. I'll just leave it. It doesn't look like this model is exactly the same as the other ones. But that's an interesting thought. Do everyone's brain squiggles look the same? I would have to say yes. All these segments are approximately the same size, so we can just leave that. I think that looks okay. We're a little warmed up now. This is starting to look like a brain. These little Y's that they make, like this shape right here, are good whenever you're trying to make a really fleshy tube, and it um, is curving in on itself, kind of like if this was a fingernail. Maybe, if this was like Harry Potter and then you cast that one spell that makes him into like a rubber boy. I just age myself by bringing up a Harry Potter reference. I like Harry Potter, but I didn't do the whole fangirl scene. I just thought the whole thing was cringy. To be honest, I don't know. I don't like interacting with people like that. I mean, I do. It's just difficult for me to get into things, which is, one of the ways you connect with other people. I've always struggled connecting with people, I think. Um, and God, this is hard. Which is another reason why I wanted to do this, because I want to not feel that way about people. Um, you could say it's just because I'm autistic, but let's be real, that can't be the only contributing factor. Both of my parents are super party people. Um, I guess we do tend to be a bit reserved. Is a word I've used been is a word I've heard used to describe me, but reserved. I'm not really sure how I give off that impression. Oh, let's finish labeling these. Frontal lobe. Frontal. That one. Parental lobe. Parie. Parie. And that's this one. Okay. We just gotta move this out of the way. This piece of this, uncooked chicken. It's kind of what it looks like. We're just gonna have to rewrite that one, I think. P A R I E T A L L O B E. We did it. We did it. 46 minutes in, and we finally managed to draw a brain that looks like an actual brain and not like whatever this is. It's a brain. Brain. Woo. I wonder what each of these elements do. Like, I'm pretty sure your frontal lobe is for decision making. Let's look it up. What functions each segment of the brain? Solid Googling skills. Okay. The brain is divided into 3 main parts. The cerebrum, responsible for conscious thought, perception, and voluntary movement. The cerebellum, responsible for coordinating movement, balance, and posture. This one right here. And the brainstem, which I'm assuming is the medulla oblongata. Unless the brainstem is deeper. Is the cerebrum just... Oh, sorry. Is the cerebrum just this entire part of the brain? All the lobes? I want to know what the lobes do. It's good to know that the cerebellum, this one that came out in every single drawing that I did of the brain that looks like an actual cerebellum. Good to know that the easy one is for walking around. You know, all my hiking trips, my gym trips, are all successful thanks to the cerebellum. Okay, let's see what these lobes do. Okay, so the frontal lobe controls high-level thinking, feelings, and actions. And your parental lobe is responsible for sensing and navigation. Okay. Like sensing in like taste, touch, like that kind of sensing. And then navigation, like you knowing where you're going. I think my navigation skills are okay. I get lost fairly easily, but I don't know. The temporal lobe involved in memory and hearing. So whenever people like smoke weed, it affects your memory sometimes. And it affects your entire brain. But I think the part that I've noticed the most is the temporal lobe being affected because my memory is shit. I should probably edit that part out. That don't say that kind of stuff live. Anyway, the occipital lobe, yeah, is responsible for vision and interpretation. Okay. So, interpretation, like, so if you think of your eyes as a camera, and then your brain interprets that and decides, and it takes a really good guess at what you're looking at. That's what the occipital lobe does. And that's at the back of your brain, too. So, okay. And then, yeah, cerebellum, balance and coordination, brainstem, your heartbeat, your breathing, all that other good stuff. Hmm. I know that if you have like if you get into some kind of car accident and your brain, it can affect your brain depending on where you get hit. These guys can be on a separate layer. There we go. Ah, our little brain module. We talked about the brain today, guys. You know, it is really fun. If I ever wanted to go back to the tablet days, I could just look at the OSU and draw like that. But anyway, um, I'll have to let's look that up again. Injuries to the frontal lobe can cause personality and behavior changes, attention problems, language difficulty, impulsive behavior, inappropriate social behaviors. Damage to the frontal lobes can affect more than one function of the area in your brain. Wait, can affect more? Can affect. I'm stumbling over this. One or more of the function of this area in your brain. Okay. Because this is all. Because your frontal lobe, I feel like, is like one of the most important lobes. They're all important, but I feel like your frontal lobe. If everything else is healthy, it's usually your frontal lobe that is not fully developed. Because I feel like this is the frontal lobe has the most um, commercial issues, like those stories about like the guy who hit his head got in a car accident and he hit destroyed this part of his brain and his personality changed, or like I feel like I've heard stories about that. And what are the other ones again? So, yeah, because it controls high level thinking, feelings, and actions. I remember there was a guy who got injured on his frontal lobe, and after that, he couldn't talk anymore. I bet if you somehow managed to damage your temporal lobe, you'd have memory problems. Because I feel like it's pretty protected. I think that these are the danger areas, especially the back of your head. because that's where you're gonna fall down. Kids fall down all the time and slam the back of their head on the floor. Or I think this area and this area of the brain are the most prone to damage. I don't think you're gonna see very many from the temporal lobe just because it's deep in there. I think your eyes are about right here. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. I mean, I don't know if your eyes are. You're probably more like down here or something. Occipital lobe. I wonder if you could go blind if you damage this part of your brain. Is that why you see stars whenever you hit that part of your head? Damage to the occipital lobe. Yes, partial or complete blindness. Can also cause blindness. Face blindness, issues recognizing things you see because it deals with both seeing it, physically being able to see it, and recognizing what you're seeing. So I wonder if you took x-rays of someone's, if you gave someone a test where you showed them things that they knew and things that they didn't know what they were, and you showed them on some sort of brain scan. I wonder if you would see the activity in that area of the brain, the occipital lobe. Well, that can't be it. Let's draw some more. Okay. Let's do another view of the brain real quick. Front view of brain. That's an AI picture. We're not going to use that. Ugh. Get that fucking shit out of here. What beautiful eyes you have. Oh, my girl's got the zoomies. Ooh, I know. Let's do a cat brain. Oh, the olfactory bulb. Real cat brain. It really does look like that. How does your cat's brain work? Human brain. Why is their cerebellum so big? Huh, on their brain model. Why is it so big? Maybe later, thank you. Very kindly. I know that it's already been an hour of streaming, but I want to do this one last one. Ivy, what are you doing? What's going on in that little brain of yours, huh? Okay, let's use this brain. No. Ivy! What you doing? No, let's not use this picture, actually. Cat brain diagram. Ivy. Damn, why are there like no good pictures of cat brains? I guess it's just not as recognizable as the human brain. Okay. Let's do. Oops. That's fine. Bum. We'll cut that and we'll paste that. Well, we could just have a separate diagram. And then we will take. You know, it really needs it. It really needs it. My brain is a little bally. A little balled up, if you will. Okay. Kitty brain time. We're gonna do a cat brain. Should we do the same thing we did before? Why not? Why not, right, Ivy? Okay. Meow. Meow. Hi, baby. She's tired of my shit. She's like, when will you stop? When will you stop talking and give me attention? Okay, so... You naughty girl, what are you doing? That's their olfactory bulb, so their nose thing. I guess you can't really see it, but it's right here on the human. Oh wow, has my pointer just been in the screen that whole time? Ivy! Ugh, I gotta go get her. Somebody come get her. She's being really fucking annoying! I love her though. She's my queen, my world, my light. She's also incredibly annoying sometimes. But you know. That's just a theory. A game. Your mom. I think it actually needs to be smaller compared to the human brain. Me. Cat. Cat. Ivy. Oh, she's in trouble. Come on. Come on. Take her away. Take her away. Meow. Meow. I need you to quit that. I need you to quit that, huh? Just because I'm talking doesn't mean you need to do that. This is my house. You see my house, little girl? Okay. I think it should be just a tiny bit. Uh-oh. Cardinal sin! We drew it on the same layer. It's actually okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's do this. I'm so thirsty. I'm so hungry. Open image. Ooh, this is a really good one. There we go. Oh, but there's too much UI on this one. Not UI, yeah, user interface. There's too many, how should I say it? Diagram modules on this one. That makes it hard for me to see cat brain diagram, cat brain anatomy diagram. Maybe that'll give me a better result. Oh. This one's a good one. Oh, there's a lot of good ones on here. See? See? Okay. Actually, no, this is not helpful. This looks helpful, but it's not helpful to me. Okay, let's just do it like this. Let's start once again with the cerebellum. I think that's what this is. Let's double check. Um, no. Oh, there she is. Okay, she's 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 being fine. Wait, is this a sheep or is this a cat? Sheep brain. Bitch. Don't label it as cat. All right. Let's just do this. So they have this. There's some disagreement as to what it looks like. It kind of looks like this. Kind of looks like a ball. It is called the olfactory bulb. I don't know. No, I got distracted. Ivy, what are you doing, honey? Ivy, baby. You can't. Oh, baby, you can't do that. She's like, watch me. Okay. All right. Okay, and then there's this like wide segment right here. And then it's like another segment in the inside. Okay. This is fine. And then their cerebellum is kind of funny. Their cerebellum is huge, which, if it does the same thing for us that it does for cats, makes sense because they need a lot of. I guess it just shows they need a lot of balance. And also, their cerebellum is not like stringy like that. It's more like. I don't know what this texture is, even. And then we're gonna. Yeah. My brain. Kitty brain. Oh, I didn't. I stopped talking. Hello. I'm just gonna write down the differences between our cerebellums because our cerebellums are such different sizes and shapes. Brain structure of the mammal cat. The brain rot cat. Hey, hey! What are you doing? Can you believe this creature? Who do you think you are? Ma'am. Ma'am. You can't be here. You can't be here. I really hope you can hear her. I love talking to her, even if she is being annoying. She knows she can't sit on my brother's desk. Yeah. What are you doing? Dang it, the sheep brain again. I know, huh? I know, Ivy. Let's do some research on that. Let's do cat brain. Oop. Cerebellum. Oh, is there a tumor? A tumor possibility for the cerebellum of cats? Just from, pulling up Google. Okay. Meow meow. There sure are not a lot of good pictures of cat brains out there. But they do seem to highlight this pattern in the cat cerebellum that they don't do for human ones, which is this weird pattern here. And it should be noted. That their spinal cord and stuff goes straight to the side instead of up and down, because it's a cat. Because it's a cat. It's a little meow meow. Man, I am just not finding what I'm looking for. I wonder if a dog brain is any different. Oh, she said, don't even talk about those dogs. Okay, you know what, Ivy? Babe? Why is she like this? That's because she really wants attention. She's bored. And I guess that means it's my time to head out. We'll do this some other time. But yeah, the cerebellum is way bigger on a kitty cat. And so is their olfactory. But their frontal cortex and all that other... Basically, all of their lobes are infinitely smaller. And not curvy enough. Kind of dumb.